everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. My name is Salad, and I will be your host for today's episode and every episode here on the channel. My friends, on the last episode, we had some fun starting this class trial off, bro. We learned Toko's secret identity, Genocide Jack, which absolutely threw me for a loop. I didn't see it coming, and Genocide Jack is really freaking creepy. And now we're in the process of cornering Byakuya, and I am so excited to finally send his ass to the guillotine because he deserves it. He deserves it, and we're just on the cusp of being able to do that, and I'm so excited. I knew it was him from the beginning. I had a feeling it was him from the very beginning. He was trying to lead us astray with the whole Genocide Jack thing, and now it's time for retribution. Here we go. Actually, I'm sure you have seen it before.
Because, you see,
the extension
rope,
cord.
Or should I say, that extension cord?
I love actually being right for once. That is too close to my mouth. I love actually being right for once. I am never right, ever, in any video game, ever. So when I'm actually right about something, and I actually foresaw it a long time in the past, I pretty much affected it from the start of this trial, even before the trial. It feels good.
What? An extension cord?
An extension cord, Hifumi. You know, the thing that you use to extend, well, a cord.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. He has. He has done that.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
How very suspicious indeed, right, Hifumi?
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Exactly. Like I was saying in the other episode, he guards it, bro. He guards that entire library. He wouldn't even let us enter that stupid room that attached to the library, man. He was always hawking that room like he knew the whereabouts and locations of every single thing in that room, man. Okay, he knew everything that went on in that room. There's no way he would have not known that extension cord had walked away, okay, without him being involved.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Right, you are, Taka. We got him. We got him right where we want him. Oh, he doesn't know what to say. Right, Celeste? Exactly.
That's really what you think?
It is.
And your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Uh-huh.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Uh-huh.
Is that about right?
Yep. Sounds exactly perfect. He's doing it again. Totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Yeah, it is what I think happened. It sounds completely logical to me. Just because you're saying it like that doesn't change anything.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
Seems pretty clear cut to me.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
Hi, Genocide Jill. How are we today?
And kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something
Yeah,
like this to win.
exactly, bro. Totally deceived us, or tried to. It didn't work on me and Makoto, though. What's up, man?
Sorry, but can we hold on just a second?
What's on your mind, buddy? What's on your mind, Makoto? What are you talking about?
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
What could we possibly have to talk about? Huh?
Do we really need to?
Why is he saying that?
Decided who did it.
What other avenue could this game be leading us down right now? I'm pretty sure this is clear cut. Nobody else knew about that extension cord, and even if we did, nobody would have been able to get past Byakuya, okay, without him knowing. Makoto, how could there possibly be any other explanation to this?
I know, but still,
What are you thinking?
there's something that's still bothering me.
Okay, what?
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you?
Why is he acting like that, dude?
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
Uh-huh.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Uh-huh.
What about all that bothers you?
To be honest, nothing about that bothers me. That sounds completely logical and sounds like something exactly what you would do. So, it may not bother me, but it clearly bothers Makoto, and I still don't understand why. Like, what about that does bother him? That sounds completely logical. And probably exactly what could have happened. Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Byakuya's remark just now, there's something in there that concerns me. Huh? Guys, I'm confused. This is like the first time this trial where I've kind of been thrown off my scent a little bit. Genocide Jack's presence. Scene of the crime. The extension cord. Well, he was just talking about the scene of the crime, was he not? He was talking about, oh, he did it in the girls' locker room. I actually have no idea what they're trying to say here, but I'm just gonna go with this because I feel like he was just talking about, I hung her up in the girls' locker room. What about that bothers you? So let's do it.
I got it!
All right. Seems
you
right.
Say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
Because this is what he was basically trying to say.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How
possible.
Disappointing.
What's so disappointing about that?
What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Oh, okay. Clearly we asked the wrong question then.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Now this is funny because unless he's lying, he has no idea about the posters and the rugs being swapped for some reason. But I only said that answer because he was talking about how he was like, and I hung her up in the girls' locker room. What could be wrong with that? And so I assumed he was basically trying to lead us astray and go to that topic. But he seems to have no idea what we're talking about.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Unless he's lying, of course, but I don't know.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later. Along with the rest of the murder scene.
Well, we do have evidence for this, which we really haven't talked about yet. There is evidence for that, with the posters and the rugs being switched, which is what I said was going to hit me like a truck when I finally put it together. Why those things may have been switched, and it's because the murder scene may not have been in the girls' locker room. Is that what they're trying to say?
The rest of the murder scene?
Well, this is certainly interesting.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all that.
He doesn't seem to know what we're talking about, unless he's really good at faking it.
I believe I do.
Okay. Did I just take you off guard? So maybe before he actually was just playing along and like he was totally confident because he knows he's not the killer and he was just enjoying us trying to deduce that? But maybe he didn't know this detail? Maybe he figured I'm so confused at what part he plays in this though, because like he clearly had this all solved somehow, but like they're trying to say he's not the killer, and also how would he not know about this if it happened in another room if he is the killer? I don't. It's just so many different angles they're trying to throw it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is revealed because this is throwing my brain for a loop. When the story suddenly moves to the crime scene, and Byaku had been so confident up till now, maybe Byaku never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else. If he never realized that, then he can't be the killer, can he? Then he can't be the killer, can he? If he actually genuinely never knew that.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
I'll move on whenever I like, buddy, and you're not gonna do nothing about it.
Come on, Makoto.
All right, I got it, man.
If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
All right, I got it. Look at Fumi's dumb butt. Bro is literally freaking out over nothing. Nothing crazy has been said. Evidence shows the murder took place somewhere else. I need to focus on the things that got switched. Right, the posters. Yep. The big-breasted supermodel.
I got it!
Yep.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Your proof is some posters?
I mean, Why else would they have been just randomly switched? I don't necessarily know why that would happen.
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
Does he have to say that? A baked boob super... Bro, just say it's a girl in a bathing suit. My goodness, you're trying to act respectful in front of the ladies here.
Why would
You're not
the
in front of your
girls' locker room
homies
have
from
a
high
poster
school.
like that?
Your boy homies, I mean.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
2 points up the LaSalle scale for Genocide Jill.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado.
Uh-huh.
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So yeah, our proof is the posters, Byakuya.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying. We are saying that maybe the posters were switched.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
Does she?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't
Yes,
you?
the poop stain on the rug. Right.
Protein coffee?
No, it's poop, Hifumi, and we know that you're the one responsible, so don't act like you don't know what's happening.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet.
That's what she says, but we all know what it really is.
But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
She's just covering for Hifumi. He paid her off, bro. We know what it really is. It's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Yes, it was.
I got it!
Do you got it?
The
Nice
stain
job.
on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room
Ew, the
carpet.
poop stain's above my head. I gotta go wash my hair, guys. I'll be right back. Lather the shampoo in. Okay, wash it off. Now put the conditioner in. Wash that off. And voila. Now my hair is all clean and I'm gonna stay out of the poop.
That's
All right, we're good.
definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Excellent. We washed our hair effectively. No, we know what it really is.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yes.
But why would anyone do that?
Oh, I don't know. To make us think that the crime happened somewhere else? Because it might inconvenience them for us to know the truth?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
I think that's exactly what's happening here, Mikado the Avocado.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime,
But why? I mean, like I already said why, because they obviously don't want us to know where it took place, but why don't they want us to know where it took place? What does that reveal about the killer exactly?
the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body.
Uh-huh.
By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Uh-huh.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Great frickin' question, Celeste. Half a point up the LaSalle scale, because there's still a lot that concerns me about your character, but you get a half a point for asking a very smart question.
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
Why? No, tell me. Because this is what I'm trying to figure out too. Why? What is the point of that?
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room,
Yes.
then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Did Chihiro know about the handbooks in the main hall? That's the only plausible explanation. Well, Makoto, we know that there is handbooks in the main hall that we can borrow. But did Chihiro know about that? I don't feel like anyone knew about that except frickin'
To get
Byakuya.
into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
Very true.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Very true.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Unless she knew about that little trick, but did she?
Bro, she did have a way.
Oh,
But I can
jeez.
tell you what it was.
Oh no! Everyone, block your ears off. You might become extremely dumb after hearing whatever he has to say. This is your warning. You will be dumber if you continue to listen, and I'm forced to listen because I have my headphones on. So there's no way I can avoid it.
I highly doubt that.
That's a full point on the low salad scale right there. I'll give you a full point on that one.
Shut up. I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Please tell me. Could Chihiro have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Well, we're about to make our argument. Broken E handbook. It's got to be the Broken E handbook. It's the only explanation, man.
Is it really possible?
Boys, yeah, it's got to be the.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into
Yep.
the boys' locker room somehow?
It's got to be this one.
I got it!
Oh, really?
She must have hacked her e-handbook.
I mean, she is a programmer, but I don't.
She was the ultimate
Right.
programmer, after all.
I don't know if Monokuma would allow
Sure, that
that.
would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it.
I mean, why not?
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Oh my goodness, he said what I said. How did he know about that?
What thing?
How did he know about that?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
How did he know about that? When did he
Yeah,
figure that out?
She could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Oh my goodness, I said the exact same thing as him, man. I must be really stupid. That's like the worst insult I've ever said. I actually was on the same agreement as Hero. Guys, I really got to retire from gaming after that. I don't think I can go on, man. I'm a public embarrassment to the world now. I can't do it anymore, man. If she was able to use it. Right.
Is it really possible?
Leon's was broken, right? We already established that because we said he was hit with all the baseballs. And then Monokuma showed up. He's like, no, that would never happen, boppity bop. But regardless, it was still broken. So,
She was the ultimate. I'm sure that
I think that's the right answer.
She used the thing that was in the main.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Break.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Do tell.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Yep. Remember we talked about the baseballs, and then Monica was like, no, it can. No baseballs are gonna ruin it because it's indestructible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible.
But how did you know about that? How was I the only one that never knew that existed? The handbooks in the main hall. How did he figure it out and not me?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Seriously, who told him that? There's no way he figured that out on his own. He's too dumb.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Supposedly, but there's also supposedly a loophole around it, Celeste, so...
Actually,
I don't
the
even know
rule states that
anymore.
Loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Still such a silly rule to me. It really is. It's still such a silly rule to me, but whatever. The game's going with it, so we gotta go with it.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
I missed you, Monokuma. How you doing?
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
But did she know that? This is not common knowledge. We've only just learned about this now. Maybe she didn't even know that. So maybe she tried to do that, but that's clearly obviously not what happened. If he's saying it like this, then that's not what happened.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
How is he doing? Like this? I need to. Okay, there we go. But that's still not really right. Whatever. There you go. I hit on my green screen's reverse. It throws me off. There.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Right. How could she have gotten in then? Something ain't right here. Those posters in the carpet were switched for a reason. She clearly got in somehow. What are we missing?
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Can we just vote for him for the hell of it? Honestly, I'm down. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else I can do. There's clearly more to this case because there had to be a reason those things were switched. I just don't know what it is. I'm too dense to think it.
Hold on a second.
Oh, guess what time it is, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for your 9 o'clock Kyoko to the rescue hour. Yes, sir. It's time for Kyoko to swoop in and say something when we're all lost. Because she's the best at doing that. She never opens her mouth until she needs to. And then all of a sudden she's here to save the day.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Oh, wow. I'm so honored to hear you say that, Kyoko. Thank you.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
100 points. 100 points on the salad scale for Mondo. 100 points. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, he just spoke my thoughts into existence.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
I love it. He's totally calling her out because she doesn't open her dang mouth at all until it's absolutely needed.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Okay, do tell, because me and the class have no idea what the hell that way is.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial?
What?
I'd like you all to come see something.
I don't think that's allowed, Kyoko. I think our investigating hour is over. We did our investigation. We now have to lay in whatever mess we missed.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Oh, she's good. She's good, bro.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
I bet you can't resist that, can you, Monokuma?
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
It's almost scary how good she is, man. She doesn't talk much, but when she talks, she has a purpose, and it almost 100% of the time accomplishes the purpose she's trying to reach with the words that she says.
For real?
She's good at what she does.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring,
Oh,
or I'll
jeez.
be very unhappy.
Kyoko, this better be worth your while.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Wow, she really is wearing gloves. This is the first time I've ever noticed that. Huh. I've just forgotten to look at her hands until now. Where are we going? This is exciting. We get to take a break from the trial, yay! So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... Oh, back here? Jeez, I didn't need a reminder of Chihiro's corpse. It's the last place I want to be right now. Sorry, Chihiro. We're getting closer to finding out who did it.
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'm sure she's gonna pull something out of her butt that's gonna surprise us all, but like, I'm with Taka on this one, man. What could it be?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
We already did that. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Kyoko, I'm not gonna put my hands all over a corpse for like the 5th time, especially very carefully. That is just not morally right.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Don't act like you don't want to do it. This is the moment you've been waiting for your whole life, Afumi. Don't try to fool everybody. Everybody knows that this is really like an exciting moment for you. We know that you get off on this type of thing.
No way!
Oh, don't try to fool us.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Couldn't agree with you more, Taka.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you
Oh,
know?
sure, religious grounds. What religion says that we can't do that, you know? Pretty much all religions, but, you know what? Good excuse, whether it's true or not.
Very well. I'll do it.
If anyone's gonna do it, it should be her. I just hope she doesn't crush petite Chihiro over here.
But you're a girl.
You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
You know, I don't really know if we want to. She volunteered, so, just let her do it, Hina. You aren't gonna get many volunteers for this type of job.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
You know what? That's also true. I agree with that. I agree that a girl should be the one to do it, especially if we have to do it as thoroughly as Kyoko said.
So just leave this to me.
Okay.
Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
You can leave. You can leave, Genocide Jill. We'll fill you in. Why don't you just stay in the trial room? We'll fill you in whatever we find, okay? You don't really need to be here for this.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go.
All right, man.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
What is going to be revealed here, bro? What is Kyoko trying to tell us that we haven't found already? Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
This just, like, can you just be blunt about it, Kyoko? What part of the body are we supposed to touch here? Like, please just tell us so we don't have to go further than we need to. You know what I'm saying?
Her entire body?
Right.
I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What? What did you find? Oh my goodness, what... Bro, I just sent goosebumps down my spine. What the heck?
What is it?
Yeah, thanks, Makoto. What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
All right, not time for aura. Just tell us what you found. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
Uh-huh.
Is what?
Is what? What's she about to say, bro?
Is a boy!
What? No, that's insane. Are you kidding? Wait. Are you for real?
I see. So she
How is
actually a he.
how in the heck is that? How in the heck is that even feasible?
Confirming this fact.
Hifumi, how are you able to accept this so easily? Okay. It clearly didn't hit him until now. What? Bro, how is Chihiro a guy? What?
You're joking, right?
Chihiro has a wong? Is that what they're trying to say?
I wouldn't joke about this.
No frickin' way the game went here, bro. No, I refuse to believe that the game actually went this explicit. No frickin' way. This is the last thing I expected, dude. I can barely get my words together. Not that I ever can. I'm terrible with words, but, like, I don't even know what to say about this. This just caught me so off guard. Like, how...
It's really true?
It's so weird, bro, because I've seen Chihiro as a girl this entire time. I've always looked at Chihiro, I'm like, okay, Chihiro's one of the ladies, Chihiro's one of the girls. You're a girl, Chihiro. Like, this is extremely weird, man. After, like, playing this game for, like, what feels like 20 hours at this point, or something close to that.
Chihiro was a guy?
I don't really know how to react to this, man. This is just extremely... This has extremely caught me off guard. And
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Monokuma, now's not the time for jokes, buddy, please.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
And you didn't say anything! Look, I know that this is a very sensitive issue with a lot of people, and I'm not going to get into it. You know, I'm not going to get into the politics, because no matter what, somebody's going to be offended one way or the other. But all I'm going to say is, this entire gameplay, this entire Let's Play, I've seen Chihiro as a girl, and this is extremely, like, I don't even know what the word is, just shocking. It's extremely difficult to come to grips with the fact that Chihiro is not a girl, if that is what they're trying to say, because I identify these characters, you know, I have a vision in my mind of what these characters are, and that's how I assume they are. That's what my brain tells me. You know, this is what I associate them as. I get to know them, you know, like, it's extremely weird when something as important as gender is just basically thrown in your face after such a long time playing a video game or getting to know somebody or knowing somebody. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's just a weird aesthetic type of thing for me.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Genocide Jill, please, the courtroom now.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
So, what they're saying is that Chihiro was cross-dressing, meaning he didn't think that he was a girl, he just wanted to pretend to be a girl? Is that what I'm getting at? Not that that matters, you know. I don't want to have a bunch of people coming in the comments like, what are you trying to say? I'm just trying to get the facts right, okay? Just calm down, guys.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Okay.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Well, one thing is for sure, now we have the answer about how Chihiro was able to get into the guy's locker room. Because Chihiro was a guy. Lying to us this entire time.
I apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Apology accepted, Mr. Monokuma. Thank you for the apology. Wow, when a revelation like that happens, it all suddenly makes sense, does it not? Why did he want to keep it a secret? I'm going to have to use the saying he now, because I know Chihiro as a woman. So this is going to be extremely difficult for me to make the change. Why did he not want us to know that he was a guy? I don't really know.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
A boy!
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Right, so Chihiro clearly hid it. Chihiro knew that he was a guy. He didn't think... It wasn't like a transgender situation. Like, he thought he was a guy, but he clearly wanted to hide the fact that he was a guy. I'm not really sure why, though. And Kyoko doesn't know either. To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, the thought that never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
See, that's a detail I was missing. But you guys can't blame me for that, right? Because there was no way to know Chihiro was a guy. So that was a detail I was not really able to put together because, well, it's not like the game gave us any context clues about that, because how can you give context clues about a person actually having a dick instead of a vagina?
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Okay.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
All right. So yes, a cross-dresser.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
It all makes sense.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Right, because those were not broken. So are we assuming that the killer is a male? That's what we're getting at here. Because because Chihiro couldn't have let him in using their own or him or her in using their own handbook, because that's a loaning handbook. You're not allowed to do that. And since Leon's was broke, it's the same situation we had with Chihiro before we knew Chihiro was a guy. The killer had to use their own handbook to get into the boys' locker room, which means that it's a guy. 110% at this point. With everything been revealed, it is absolutely a guy. The question is who?
Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Uh-huh, and you're a suspect now, Taka. Any of these guys are now suspects.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Do you have to make sense of everything, Byakuya? Do you have to? Do you have to have a logical explanation for everything? This is just one where you just gotta sit on the bench and not talk.
This is the most titillating situation!
Ha, she said the word tit. That's funny.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Have they? Do you know who did it? Because I still don't. Although I have my suspicion.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever, we still think you're the killer, remember?
I don't know if he is at this point.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Because it still goes back to that damn dumbbell, dude.
He's off in his own little world.
When is he not, Hifumi? But when are you not as well? You literally live in another world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya's the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Right. But if that's the truth, then how is he not the killer? How would there be two people involved in this? Right? Am I crazy for saying that? You can't have two people involved in this. Monokuma said there couldn't be accomplices. What would Byakuya stand to gain from being an accomplice here?
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
How can we determine this? Why? I guess the question isn't how, it's why. Like, why would he play a part in this but not actually be the killer? What situation could have he been in where this is a thing?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
People make mistakes. We're just throwing ideas out here, you frickin' ball of oaf.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Yeah, well, he's been doing that from the beginning.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Celeste, again, we're just talking here.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Yes, you're right, and I feel stupid for, taking the bait, but it's like, what else would he have used besides the extension cord? It's not like we just have plethoras of rope around the school.
At least, that's how I see it.
I don't know, man. I mean, I get what they're saying, but, also my point still stands, too.
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you.
It did. He definitely started acting different.
And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Wow, man. Makoto, pat yourself on the back. You did it. You got it. You got a correct mark in the class. Okay? He gave you the Byakuya stamp of approval, so therefore, that's a lot to be proud of. The king bestowed his blessing upon you.
Mark it as correct?
And because he says it, that means it's absolute law and cannot be argued with whatsoever.
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Okay, let's accept it, because he says that.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
You didn't. No way. No way. No way. That's just as bad, man. You are a sick bastard. He deserves to go too. I'm sorry. He deserves to go too. I know they're not gonna kill him off, bro, but he deserves to go too. So now, all right. I don't know. I'll say that later.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Oh, it's so messed up, dude.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, you too cool to swear, buddy? You too cool to swear? You above us swearing peasants over here?
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
All right, I'll say what I was going to say. So now, not only do we have a serial killer who's going to be living with us because a serial killer didn't do it, which this game has now thrown us two red herrings, first the Genocide Jack thing, then the Byakuya thing. I bid on the Byakuya thing, okay? I'll admit that. So not only do we have to live with a serial killer, we're going to have to live with this guy still, okay? Who knowingly messed with the murder scene to just spice things up for no reason. Are we serious right now? Are we for real right now? Makoto, I would not leave your room until the day you die at this point.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Why did you do that?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
I guess, but you still gotta answer that question eventually.
Now then, If it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Unless we're sure, we shouldn't vote, you frickin' moron. If we do and we're wrong, you get to die. Not that have a problem with that, but like everybody else would too, and that's the problem I have with it. You're so stupid, Hiro.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility.
I'm glad you're with me, Kyoko. Okay, maybe we should actually get to know each other. Besides, when it comes to getting down to business.
Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
And I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean class trial way. Survival way.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Glad to hear it.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Wow, that was easy.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
He's so right.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
An ant might have more of a mind than you do.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Yes, they are, Hina.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
He's really enjoying this, man. What a blessed situation he got to be in. He got to basically be able to fulfill his fetish of being able to, like, have a fun little game without actually being the murderer himself. Bro was literally blessed by the universe. Like, when he was born, he was just a chosen one. It's clear that this is true. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. It's a guy. We already talked about this. It's the same thing with Chihiro, how Chihiro couldn't get into the guy's locker room without being a guy. It's the exact same thing.
I got it!
The exact same thing. Crime scene was the boys' locker room. You need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. There's no other explanation. We literally had to reveal there was a gender mix-up with Chihiro for we to prove that fact prove that fact right one other time. So yes, we're absolutely sure this is concrete. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. And let's find some more clues, Makoto. Alright. Dabra Destiny disappearing stain Celeste's account. The only one we haven't used is Celeste's account yet, so I have to assume that that is right.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
We'll see.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Because Kyoko doesn't talk, okay?
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
So we know that if Kyoko probably saw the killer, she wouldn't say anything. She'd make us solve it ourselves, because that's what Kyoko does, so, you know. I don't necessarily agree with that past statement.
The killer! And only the killer!
Right.
And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man! Game over!
Yeah! No! Not game over!
Get him out of here, bro. Not only do we have no info on the killer, but nobody even saw the victim before he died. Is that actually Celeste saw? Celeste shot Chihiro, remember, in the warehouse? I remember. Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, and I nagged her because she didn't stop her due to the nighttime rule. I remember that. The nighttime rule. I was like, Celeste, you're gonna be so particular about this nighttime rule and then not even enforce it yourself? Like 4 hours after 10 p.m. because the murder happened at 2 a.m.?
The killer! And only the killer!
No, it's wrong!
That's wrong, Hiro, and what a surprise that it's you who's wrong.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Tell me.
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Share with the class.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Yes, you are right. Only Makoto knows about this one.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Because why didn't you say this earlier?
Whatever. Just hurry up and tell us.
Honestly, it's just incredibly stupid. These people don't say everything they know until you actually corner them and they have to say what they know.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
Uh-huh.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
Right.
And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Mm-hmm.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Yeah, obviously, the killer got rid of it.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
But how would they have done that? Were they on trash duty? How would they have just gotten rid of them?
And that is when he said something that struck me as...
Are we not going to talk about that? How does one just get rid of evidence if they don't have the key to the trash room? Better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
You're right. If they were by themselves, they would have had no reason to rush over there.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
Seems so.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
But he didn't like talking to girls. And now it makes sense why. You know, this game's really clever, man. When everything just starts connecting, it's pretty genius when you think about it. It's like you get the puzzle, but you gotta arrange the pieces. And once the pieces fit together, it feels good.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Exactly. Genius.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Very true. Whoever he was meeting with knew his secret. So who did he trust that much?
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Right. But how do we do that? Without just randomly throwing out names.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Look at her smile, bro. Do we? Because we've gone over our truth bullets a number of times, and I don't think we do.
Huh?
I certainly have my suspicion. I think I know who did it. But, technically we don't have the evidence for it.
You know who the killer is.
Kyoko thinks we do. I'm interested to see how she's able to help us with this one.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Right.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
But we never saw those items.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. I mean, if Kyoko's saying it, then what Kyoko says, when Kyoko talks, I listen, but like, I don't get where she's going with this. We never saw those items ourselves.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Well, only Celeste saw it, but none of us saw it. The killer got rid of the evidence.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Hifumi, your fingerprints overpower everything here. So if you've even touched anything, if there were other fingerprints on something else, they will overpower them like crazy.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
True.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
All Hifumi has to do is be in the vicinity of the evidence, and he'll get his fingerprints on them. He doesn't even have to touch them. That's just how big his dang fingers are.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
I don't know where she's going with this. I'm going to be completely honest, man. Nobody saw those two items.
Easy for you to say.
Oh, geez, Hina, that was kind of harsh. Dang.
But fine. Celeste.
What was that about?
Did you notice anything special about the bag or
Got a cat fight brewing on the side?
The bag was
They're fighting over me?
just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Or Makoto? Alright, this is serious. Normal duffel bag from the
All the
warehouse.
bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Okay.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket you took.
Alright. But we don't know what that jacket is because nobody saw him. So where are we going with this? Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? It's really hard to believe. Yeah, and even if it did, how would we know about it? But whatever. We've used all of those bullets before. I'm just gonna listen to
First
this.
of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yes, he was.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
She means exactly what she said, buddy.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Really?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Yeah, because you would never run track.
Because exercising sucks.
Exactly.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Okay.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Amazing.
Would any
Thanks for
of that
sharing.
really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
I did not
You
understand.
heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Hi, Kyoko. But no, I didn't. Are you seeing something off about what someone just said? Clearly. But what am I supposed to shoot with what?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Do we have to absorb
So
something?
next we have to ask,
Why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! He picked it matched the one the culprit.
So, what you're saying, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
How did he know? How did he know? None of us know. None of us are supposed to know. How did he know it was blue?
I got it from the warehouse.
Did any of
I don't know
this
what to
really
shoot
help
with it,
us?
bro.
No way.
Is it exercise?
Nonsense.
Mondo, you're done, buddy. You're done. You're done. You're gone.
First of all,
You're done.
We know where Chihiro was.
he was on his way
You
to
just
go
sealed your own
exercise.
grave, buddy. I don't know if this is what we're supposed to use to shoot,
So
but
next we have to, why did he choose this?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was.
So,
The killer was wearing the same blue.
nope, that's not the right bullet. But I know he's. You little bitch. All right, what is the contradiction now? He's done,
First
but
of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
is this Celeste's account
So
again?
next we have to ask, why did he choose
It may
the
just be
specific
Celeste's account
tracksuit that
again.
he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Because nobody saw.
Got it! He picked that
Nobody
tracksuit
saw the
because
color. None of us know what this
matched the one the
tracksuit
culprit
was,
was
except the person he was with. And if Mondo says it's a
What
blue
you're saying
tracksuit,
is,
then somehow he knew
killer
something
was
that the
wearing the
rest of
same-
us did not.
No, it's wrong.
You're done.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Wow, man. You sealed your own fate. You couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you? Kyoko played you like a fiddle, bro. What a genius trick by Kyoko. Oh my goodness. He would have gotten away with it.
What'd I say?
Oh my goodness, it's genius, dude. It's so peak. What the heck? Dude, this game is insane.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
Wow. I can see why people like this game. That was genius. Kyoko, how do you keep impressing me to next levels? Every time I think you've reached maximum, like, intelligence, you just blow me away. Oh my goodness, man. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assume he headed off to exercise, but nobody knew the color.
she never said anything about
Right.
the jacket's color.
So how did you know it, Mondo?
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
I'd like to see how he tries to get out of this one.
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
I suppose Celeste would have known because she saw him stuffing the jacket into the bag. Pretty cool coincidence that she didn't actually mention the color until now, because I feel like in a real life situation somebody would in Celeste's position would have just casually mentioned the color, but it's awfully good that she never did. So only Celeste and Mondo knew about that, and Mondo, you're not supposed to know about that. Celeste is the only one that should know about that. So yeah, buddy, pack your bags. Time to hear the music. Face the music. Not hear the musical salad. Time to face the music.
Tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
And she didn't even mention the color.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Time to face the music, buddy. It's over for you.
Because
that means a lot less swearing every episode, so woohoo on that one.
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
What? No. We already talked about this. Everything got destroyed, Taco.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Yeah, we already talked about that, you moron.
And the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Yeah, literally, bro. Like, he's not getting out of this. I've suspected Mondo for quite a while now. Ever since we moved off the Byakuya track, I've suspected it was Mondo. I was looking for a way to corner him. I was looking for a way to expose him. And you know what? It goes all the way back to the very beginning, too. Obviously, I went off of this theory multiple times because the game correctly and did what it was meant to do to throw me off. But I talked about the dumbbell situation from the very beginning, how him and Sakura would be the only ones who were able to lift that stupid dumbbell, okay? And guess what? My initial theory was correct. And once they moved off the Byakuya trail in the trial, I knew it had to be him, man. Especially once they started talking about how only a guy could get into the boys' locker room. It was over after that point. I was just looking for that final blow to actually get him with, and we got it.
Are you talking about Chihiro?
Yeah, it's a cute little name, Hina.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
That tracksuit's just about as blue as your face right now, ain't it?
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Lies. No way. No way.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony.
Stuffed a jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone. Right, so there's no shot that he saw the color of the tracksuit.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Zipped up. You can't see it. End of story.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Game over, buddy.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Literally, he did. He literally dug his own grave. He opened his mouth when he didn't have to. Nobody else would have known it was him. I had my suspicions, but I couldn't prove it. Until now.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you?
So brilliant.
That's why you said what you did.
Kyoko, you're so smart.
Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met
It
with?
worked, didn't it?
What a bunch of nonsense.
It worked, didn't it? You would have never come up with something that smart. And you know it. You know it. And that's why you're trying to insult her, because you know that she's smarter than you. And you can't handle it. He's jealous as hell, man.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Yep.
That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
If Kyoko says the same thing about the dumbbell as I did, we are truly meant to be together. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Were you thinking the same thing I was?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
The dumbbell. Who else could have lifted that thing?
That's a good question.
The way he talked? Because I hate him? I don't think it's that. The way he was acting? Was he acting weird at any point? Did he say anything weird at any point? It's obviously between these two. Was he acting strange at any point? I don't recall him saying or acting. I'm just gonna close my eyes, bro. Choose an answer. Alright, we'll go with this one. Nope, I guess not.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Oh, geez, we got the question wrong. We didn't even got a choice to... we didn't even got a choice to rank that way. Oh. Men and women different. Okay, so it's something he said. I just chose the wrong answer between the two of them. I see. Where are we going with this, though?
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Are you serious? I never ever realized this. Kyoko, are you kidding me? How do you keep doing it, man?
And after he
How
was
are you so
killed,
good at this?
You happen to refer to him as dude.
Oh my goodness. You picked up on that one small detail? She is not to be messed with, dude. Like, she is miles above her age and intelligence. Like, most people don't ever reach that level of intelligence, dude. Her frontal cortex isn't even developed yet. And she has, like, insane knowledge. She's like some kind of prodigy.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Based on one little word. It's almost scary. I'm almost scared of her now.
Notice such a tiny detail?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? I'm like Kafumi right now. I'm spazzing out on the side, bro.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
That's legitimately scary that she can pick up on something that small.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Mondo, was it really you?
We'll find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. This is La Salad signing out. Hope you have a good rest of your day and your night. I will see you soon. Peace out. And bye. Bye.